MH2. Hello and welcome back to High Ground MTG. I am your host, KyGuy. And for this week's brew, we are playing the deck that I have been looking most forward to ever since MH2 started spoilers. That is Modern Merfolk. That's right. But before we get into the deck tech, if I could ask you all to click that like button, click that subscribe button down below, helps out the channel a lot. And for those of you who wish to do a little bit more, we also have a Patreon with a super duper Discord attached at the very entry level. So if that appeals to you, check it out. We talk all things modern. And speaking of all things modern, what a boost to Merfolk Modern Horizons 2 was. That's right. We got all kinds of new cards to get to play with. Hopefully enough to give the deck the raw power it needs to finally get over the edges of other decks. So let's go over the deck tech, shall we? I'm running 20 lands, 2 Cavern of Souls, obviously uncounterable. We're running 10, 11, 12, 14 blue sources, 10 basic islands. It feels good to go away from snow-covered islands just back to blue islands because of Break the Ice. I love this island. What can I say? We're running 1 Minamo School at Water's Edge. It's a legendary land tap. Add blue. Blue tap, untap target legendary permanent. We do actually have a legendary permanent, so this becomes a little bit more relevant in this game. Running 3 Mutavaults. 1 Aboro, Palace in the Clouds. Again, just kind of free blue lands. We've always run them, so. Here we go with the first of MH2. Running 1 Riptide Laboratory. Tap, add colorless, or 1 colorless and 1 blue. Return target wizard you control to its owner's hand. Now, there are a lot of Merfolk wizards in the deck with ETB abilities that we could, in theory, if we stall out, we could tap, return, say, Silvergill Adept, which is a Merfolk wizard, back to our hand, and then redeploy it with Aether Vial on 2. Or, say we play a Tide Shaper early, we could bounce it back to our hand later in the game and cast it again with Kicker. So I think that this card is worth exploring in this deck. Just some incidental value. We're only running a 1 of. We'll see how it goes. And then we're running 2 Waterlogged Groves just so we can draw cards if we need to in the late game. Of course, at the base of any Merfolk deck, you have Aether Vials, so we're running 4 Aether Vials. Alright, here we get to the new cards. We're running 4 Rishadan Dockhands. That's right. It's a 1/2 for 1 blue. It has Island Walk, and 1 tap target land. So we can tax opponent's lands as early as turn 2 if we get this down on turn 1. If you're playing online, be sure to put a stop in your upkeep. Very important, which we will make sure to do. Anyways, very tempo, and the built-in Island Walk is just really nice. So, alright, we are playing around with this Suspend card. What does it do? It's 1 blue for an instant. Exile a target creature and put 2 time counters on it. If it doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend. This is going to act as our pseudo removal spell. I'm getting rid of Dismember to play this. 1 blue, and it kind of gets rid of a creature, which hopefully for 2 turns, which hopefully gives us enough time to get in with what we need. This is a very tempo-oriented pseudo removal spell. I think it can make big waves, pun intended. So we'll see how it does. Next up, Tide Shaper, 1 blue, a 1/1 with Kicker 1. When Tide Shaper enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, target land becomes an island for as long as Tide Shaper remains on the battlefield. Tide Shaper also gets +1/+1 as long as opponent controls an island. You'll notice we're not playing Spreading Seas, and Tide Shaper is the main reason why we aren't playing Spreading Seas. For the same mana, it's a 2/2, adds a threat, target land becomes an island, and for people who don't know what this does, or people who aren't really kind of paying attention, it sneakily turns something into an island without people thinking about it. I had an opponent play Summoner's Pact against me, and I had turned their Simic bounce land into an island, and they went to tap it, and I don't think they realized that it was an island. So, kind of an upside that if opponent doesn't realize that their land is an island because they don't have a Spreading Seas on it either. So, yeah, it adds to our board, aggressive threat. That's everything we want. Silver Girl Adept, we're playing 4 of. Obviously, we know what this does. Pretty staple. Running 4 Lord of Atlantis and 4 Master of the Pearl Trident in matching retro frames. Thank you, Time Spiral Remastered. Give us an updated version of Lord of Atlantis, please. Please, please. I know there's new art out there. Give us that, too. 4 Merfolk Trickster. Flash, when it enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls, loses all ability to end a turn. Obviously really great with Riptide and enter the battlefield things. Running 2 Marrow Regeries in our 3-drop slot. +1/+1, so 6 Lords altogether. And then we can untap, and we can just go off if we're able to go with this. Hopefully we can with more 1-drops on the deck. We are a deck that is fully capable of playing 4 Force of Negations in the main board. With all of our blue cards and high count, we definitely can make use of this All-Star from Modern Horizons 1. And here comes the beautiful Svalian Svi. I'm just going to call her Svi. Svi of Sea and Sky. 1 generic, 2 blue, legendary Merfolk God. As long as Svi of Sea and Sky is indestructible, as long as you control 2 other Merfolk. Whenever it attacks, you draw a card. Other Merfolk you control have Ward 1. But most importantly, it's a 3/4. So more often than not, we're going to see this be a 5 or a 4/5, because we should hopefully have a Lord before we deploy this. Anyways, major card for the deck. Major upgrade. In the 3-drop slot, we are playing 3 of them. Again, synergy with Manamo as it's legendary. We can attack with it. We can untap if we need to. Keep back a blocker. Anyways, so that is the core 60. Let's go to the sideboard. We are playing 2 Aether Gusts, just an all-around all-star. Return red or green permanent to the top of Winter's Hand. We're playing Tidebinder Mage, more red or green hate. I don't know what's out there, so some more creatures to deal with Tarmogoyfs, just anything. It might be even better with Sylveon, just because of Ward, if we can get it down. Alright, here's where some new sideboard tech is happening. Voidmere. It's a non-bow with our Force of Negation, but we can easily cast Force of Negation. It's not a big deal. But with all of the free spells happening out there, between all of the new elemental incarnations, Tron, that sort of thing, Voidmere might be a very good card. So we will see its value in this league. Damping Sphere, I'm adding this just on the off chance we run into, say, a Storm deck. There's a lot of Storm pieces printed in MH1. So more for that than the colorless thing. So, Cursed Totem, activated abilities of creatures can't be activated. We are bringing this in for... what are we bringing this in for? Oh, we're bringing this in for Heliod Company. Just a very clear answer. The only card it really affects as far as like activated ability is our Rashad and Dockhand. So it's a non-bow with that, but overall we're just a beatdown deck. So with tricksy things, but definitely worth having in the board. 2 Relic Progenitors for Graveyard Hate. And most importantly, we get Counterspell. That's right, we are packing 4 of these. Against control, against anything we think that we just need Counterspell for. Anyways, that, my friends, is Modern Horizons 2 Merfolk 1.0. Let's jump into a league and see how it goes. Alright, we are back. We won the die roll. And we're going to keep this hand 100%. We are up against Skynet. We're just going to call him Skynet. Yeah, for match 1 in a competitive Modern League with Modern Horizons 2, Merfolk. Send the old GLHF to our opponent. We're going to keep this hand. We'll start off with Island Vial, which means we're going to have plenty of interaction. We have 3 Force of Negations. That's a lot of Force of Negations. But we can pitch to pitch. Alright, Vial down. Perfect. Perfect. Not counting. Swamp from our opponent. And a Thoughtseize. I want my threat on the board. That might have been a bad call as we just 2-for-1'd ourselves, but definitely need a threat on board. Alright, let's play our Mutavault, and we'll keep our Shot and Dockhand in hand until we see what they play here. What's everybody think of the new cards? I was very excited to see Merfolk get a crazy boost. They could have Fatal Push up. But we need to progress the board. But if they take care of this, that means that they're pushing this versus pushing something else, which is I'm totally acceptable with. Pump this up to 2. I'll pump this up to 2. I'm gonna play out this. And then we're going to just put this out. Draw a card. It's an island. This is my island in the sky. Okay. Let's tax this. Let's tax this land. Let's start doing it. Why not? Truck them on blue and white, whatever they needed that for. Alright. I knew that was gonna happen. I feel like this is gonna be a very good card / annoying card. We're gonna keep this at 2 for right now. That's a beaut. We could deploy Lord. We could swing for 2. I think we just swing for... Yeah, we'll get in for 3 here. So opponent's on Esper. We have Force of Negation up to protect our creatures. Bum, 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 bum. Opponent tapping out. We'll see what happens here, but I think we go for it. Alright, Fairy down. They do have Fatal Push mana up, so we'll see what they do here. I think I'm going to keep this on 2 just because of our dense threats at 2. No. Waterlog Grove. Alright. Let's see if we draw something with this. Trickster's not bad. Let's activate Mutavault here. Swing with the team. Opponent down to 9. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Opponent dead next turn if they tap out. Alright, polluted delta from our opponent. 3, 6, 7, 8. I think we just keep Trickster in hand and be a little patient. I'm worried about removal, or they have Cryptic mana up. No. Okay, here's what we can do. We can do this. Oh, they're Kaya's Guiling, huh? If they Kaya's Guile us, I'll just Vial in. They do gain life, but I don't know. Okay. They're down to 12. It could be Counterspell. Counterspell. We got Counterspelled. Alright, our first Counterspell of Modern 2.0. Alright, opponent down to 4. We are at a healthy 20. Bum 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 bum. You know, I went out and like got some new art for this. I like it. Alright, opponent playing Teferi Time Raveler. Opponent also has Counterspell Magic up. Alright, that's fine with us, because all we have to do is redeploy it with Aether Vial, which is also uncounterable. I think with Counterspell being in the format, Aether Vial and Cavern of Souls, Merfolk also gets just a little bit better. Alright, we won. We won. Alright, we definitely want to keep Vials. We don't Relic. Relics? I think we want Counterspell, actually. Let's take out Reedry. I don't think Suspend's gonna be as good. We're not gonna be worried about creatures. It's like a Tide Shaper. They have so many islands. Alright, we'll try it like that. I feel pretty good. Alright. How many of you were in a mad dash to get all of your MH2 cards? I was like, I gotta get the promo one of this. Oh, it's so gorgeous. This might be my favorite art from... Might even be my favorite card from the set. We'll keep this. We have a Cavern of Souls and a Rishadan Dockhand. We also have double blue, which means that we can go up on curve, which is great. We can also hard cast a Force of Negation. Alright. Opponent. Fountain. Tap. Alright. I like seeing that. I like seeing that a lot. Merfolk God. Never thought I'd see it. Thank you, Wizards. I have a very close affiliation with this deck. I've built it in Legacy. I've built, like, it was like the first deck that I won my Friday Night Magic with. Like, and I beat like 30 other people. Just a very, very close relationship to the deck. Now I just gotta get these in. The game has ended. Opponent drew one more land and a bunch of fatal pushes. Wow, that's wild. Alright, well, we won match 1, which is awesome. That's what we wanted. And, yeah, sweet. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please be sure to click that like button. Be sure to stick around. The next video will be out on the next day. And we'll see how we do. We're off to a great start. 1-0 with Modern Horizons 2 Merfolk. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye from the KyGuy.
Thank you for watching High Ground MTG with co-hosts KyGuy and Spiny Mouse. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click that like button. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on future episodes of High Ground MTG. For even more videos, be sure to check out our playlists so that you can have the high ground.